And
Really?
the Jim Fish, who works on this with him,
Yep, that's right.
is on a beautiful vacation right now somewhere. So.
Shame on him.
I know,
Why didn't he
right?
want to come freeze in Kansas City?
I know, right? Yeah. Don't understand it. Where are you based out of?
Asheville.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. How are you doing out there?
Good. I mean, some parts of town look
Yeah.
like nothing happened.
Yeah.
There are still parts. I just drove past a place a couple weeks ago. It's like, oh, I don't think they've touched it yet.
Oh,
Like, it's still
gosh.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
There's a long way to go in some areas. A lot of businesses are still closed, and maybe some are permanently closed.
Wow.
So,
That was something
long
else.
way to go.
Yeah.
Long way to go.
Yeah. But you're doing okay out there.
Yeah, we live second floor of a condo up on a hill, so we were okay.
Yeah.
No flooding
Yeah.
on the hill.
Yeah.
There was some pretty high winds, but a couple of trees down in the parking lot. Nothing crazy.
Good.
Nothing like it. We live though about a half mile from like Biltmore Village, Tunnel Road, where Swananoa River goes, and it overflowed.
Biltmore
And
Village
there's still
was,
a
like, to the
road.
rooftops.
Oh yeah. So there's a road that the tunnel road where it connects with Swananoa River is still closed.
Oh my
I mean, there was
goodness,
a 6-foot crater where the water rushed
Oh my
through,
gosh.
and it's still not open yet.
Yeah.
You know, the Walgreens, the Lowe's, all the businesses right there are still closed. I mean, I-40, where Tennessee and North Carolina meet, just opened last
saw
week.
that, yeah. And it said,
it
like-
was only for 2 lanes.
Okay, that's what I saw. It didn't read the article. It said like, but not really, like
Right.
just 2 lanes.
So they're saying that the full 4-lane
Yeah.
I-40 won't be finished till 2027, 2028. So it's
That's
like
insane.
it's
But
wild.
to be honest, like when I saw the destruction, I thought I couldn't imagine it being less than 20 years, you know, just to get that back up. So it is remarkable.
Yeah.
So
Well, this is Automotive Repair News Today, already in progress.
yeah, Great.
With Megan Gardner. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I'm happy to be
She's
here.
with
Thank you.
MEMA Aftermarket Suppliers. And we're talking about the Tech Training Hub. So back in the fall, Chris Gardner,
Yes.
not
No
related,
relation.
we talked about the Tech Training Hub and what it was going to mean for the industry. Well, now it's here.
Yes.
Suddenly,
it is
6 months have passed,
Yeah.
and now
Poof,
you're
yes.
launching.
Mhm.
So tell me about the Tech Training Hub and why you're excited about it.
Yeah, I'm happy to. What's cool about the Tech Training Hub is kind of born from suppliers for technicians. So we had done a good bit of research in the ADAS space, is, you know, what's coming for the industry, and you know, realized that there's a huge opportunity for training, high-tech training, and the kind of high-level, high-quality training that suppliers can provide directly to technicians. And so the Tech Training Hub came from that. So we have, you know, MEMA Aftermarket Suppliers is the trade association for suppliers. So we have our suppliers, you know, talking about what is new in training and what we need to share with our technician community. And the website essentially aggregates all of those supplier trainings so that you don't have to go to, you know, 15 different sites. They to call it the Expedia for automotive training, all in one place. So we don't actually, MEMA doesn't host the training. We help technicians find the correct training and then go to the supplier site to get that excellent training that they already provide.
Do the suppliers need to connect with you? What kind of, they probably have to have some sort of negotiation, a contract with you in some way, right?
Sure. So through, you know, MEMA membership, obviously they can have access to listing their supplier training on the site. But we also just started a new training council. So it's all about trainers and training, technology and training and effective training and how to get training out to the community. Because we know training is just essential, especially with where we are right now with the changing landscape. You know, there's just, there's a huge need for it. So through the training council, suppliers can get involved with the Tech Training Hub and enlist their training on it. What's
the cost with that?
I actually don't know off the top of my head what the cost is to join the council. But I'm certain that it's priceless.
Okay. What about for a training vendor that wants to be included in the hub? What's that look like? Is that, you know, cost too, or is that just you just got to sign up?
Yeah, you'd have to be a MEMA Aftermarket supplier member and through the council. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I think it's really great because, like you said, you know, it's easy for somebody to go to this website and just search up the type of training they want. Yeah. Can you search by location?
You can
Is
search
it online?
by format, categories. You can search by ASE certification. So if you're kind of seeking out one particular certification, you can go and narrow it down by that. And then you're sent to the supplier site, like I said, and it's right there.
And do owners need to be members to search, or can
Nope.
you can just go onto this website,
anytime.
you can search up training.
Yep.
Wow, it does really aggregate that way.
Yeah,
That's cool.
all in one spot. So that would definitely be a goal of ours, is to get the broader supplier community, to be listing their trainings on the site. Right now, we probably have about 30 different suppliers listing trainings, so many more than 30 actual trainings. And we'll move to live training in different formats, et cetera, on the website as well.
How long has this been in the works?
Well, like I said, a couple of years ago, we started doing some forecasting for ADAS in the aftermarket. And when we noticed, not when we noticed, but when the research told us that, this opportunity was going to be gigantic, greater than even just transition to electrification for the aftermarket. ADAS is just a huge opportunity. And we could see the lack of training. So that a couple of years ago, we started talking about what can we do to bring supplier training to technicians. And then we started building the site last year. Early last year, I think, launched it around Apex, so November of 2024, and here we are.
How much of it is online versus in person?
The training?
Yes.
There's a variety.
Okay.
Yeah, and some's recorded, some of it's, you can get onto a live training, you can read.
Okay. So, obviously this is a need. This is something that people have been asking for. What is the feedback so far that you've heard about? Excellent. Wow, I didn't think you could do that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, the feedback's been excellent. So the technicians love it because it's easy. And the suppliers love it because they've been waiting for an opportunity like this. They've been waiting for a chance to be able to just make it easier for technicians to find them. We've had a ton of traffic to the site. I mentioned we launched at Apex, and part of that was to see if we could prove it out. Will it be successful? And we smashed all of our goals for that with web traffic and conversions. So we're looking forward to just kind of continuing to gear up and use the training council to propel it forward and get it going.
So that was 4 or 5 months ago?
Yep.
What have you seen? What feedback have you had? I mean, obviously, this is something brand new, so have you already tried to make tweaks? What are you changing? What are you learning about what's next?
So we have been making tweaks, but really we kind of just have a plan to move forward. So there's so much opportunity on the website. Creating profiles so you can kind of record what trainings you've taken through the site.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, things like that. I mentioned live trainings. We can put more education on there. That's maybe not training, but just about the industry. There's lots of opportunities. So where we are now is, they traditionally call it in startup language the MVP, the minimally viable product. And that's kind of what we proved out in the fall. And now we're starting to kind of launch forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do people go? How can they find it? How do they get registered and make an account?
Great question. So it's at MEMA.org/tech training hub, and there's hyphens between tech
so
and
it
training
is
and
through
hub.
MEMA's website.
It is.
It's not a separate thing. It's through the website.
Yep, it's through the website, yeah. So it's MEMA.org/tech training hub, hyphens between tech training and training hub. And it's live. It's there. We're updating it regularly, and it's ready to go.
What have you heard from the manufacturers and the suppliers?
I mean, they love it enough that they want to, create the council to meet with each other and share best practices and continue to develop it. So it's a great, it's filling a great need for them.
Yeah. What else? What else is there newsworthy or things that you need to share about it? I mean, this is a big deal. It's really happening.
It is, and it's really just the tip of the iceberg, I think. I mean, that's not really news, but it's just the opportunity for us to start to bring that high tech training to the technicians that the suppliers have, and just the training will continue to get more advanced, more complex. More safety needs, for example, as the technology continues to develop, and we'll be able to connect with technicians and bring that to them in a way that works for them easily. That's the thing. You can't spend a lot of time looking for this training. You just, what you need to find it easily.
Right. Well, that's great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
Yeah. Happy to have it. Happy to be here.
Hey, if you're still here, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Automotive Repair News today. If you enjoyed the show, please take a moment, share, subscribe to the podcast. That'll help us out a big deal and help grow the show. And you know what? While you're at it, slap on a review too if you feel like this content is helpful for the industry. Don't forget to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. We're on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Stay connected and be the first to know about new episodes, behind-the-scene content, and more. And until next time, let's make the industry better together.